Well, certainly a disappointing finish for us. It's a great game in terms of coming in and strong football team on the Delaware side, and we had to play well. We did. We came out early with the missed opportunities offensively, 3 times down, and came up with 0 points with those field goals. So we had to fight back through that for the rest of the night, and I thought I did a lot of things real well. But certainly in the end, they made some third down conversions. We didn't, and that's where we stood at the end of the ball game.
Players.
Kyle, you in the third quarter, there were a couple of plays where you were miscommunicating with your receivers, and one of them was to Blanche Flower and the other was to Nelson. Did you expect those players to maybe come back and break their routes back?
No, they were where they were supposed to be. That was me. They were fine. That was just my mental mistake.
Because how tough is it that you guys, when you get a score and get some momentum, that they were able to get a couple quick ones on right after that?
Offensively, all we can do is score. I mean, we trust the defense. It's just the way it goes today. We didn't do what we needed to do to win. It's not really. I mean, it's not really much you can say to that. It doesn't feel good. I mean, but I don't know.
Tyler, did they do anything? I mean, obviously they're a great team. Did they do anything that you guys might not have expected today, or was it just?
No, they did everything the scout team showed. I think it was more so us just making mental mistakes and making it easier on them today.
Is that a team as good as they are? You almost have to be pretty close to perfect because they're a team that'll take advantage of mistakes.
I mean, we want to be perfect every week, but that wasn't the New England Patriots. We could have beat that team. They're not. We weren't. I don't know. They're a good team. I'm not going to take it away from them. I don't think we were outmanned out there in any position at all. So we didn't play well.
John, in some ways, is it more offensively, especially? Even the numbers, some of them are really good. Is it more frustrating in some respects, and even on defense, there are some big plays? Is it more frustrating in a game like this to do things well at certain times and still come up short?
It is a little bit, but at the same time, you're just doing what you can for the team. So I knew we needed, some big plays if we're going to come out and have a chance to win this game. So for me to have a day like that is just, try to help out the team and just do as much as I could.
Anything else for players? Okay, thanks, guys.
Coach, you mentioned the field goal kicking. Was it a combination of things? Was he just not hitting the ball well today?
Well, it's all three. You got to get the good snap, you got to get the good hold and good kick, and some of them we had none of the three, some one of the three, some two of the three, but we didn't get 3 of the 3, which is what you need, to get some points on the board.
Is that something you'll obviously you work on it during the week, but is it a situation where you look at somebody else doing the kicking at that point?
Oh, you got to look at everything, certainly. I think we've had one problem during the year previous to this where we had some issue on field goal, but this was a lot new to us in terms of the lack of production.
Is that pretty, as far as gaining some momentum early on, did that hurt?
Yeah, no question. We're down the field offensively 3 times, come out with 0 points, and against a team like Delaware, it's a strong offensive team. They've been playing very good football. Their quarterback's outstanding, and you can't give them that opportunity. We certainly did, and we were fighting an uphill battle from there. But the kids fought hard and played real hard. We had, like I said, in the locker room after the game, there was a lot of good football out there in the course of that game. But it's not 60 minutes of football that you're going to need to play in the CAA.
That pass interference penalty whether or not it was a good call. Did that kind of change a lot at that point? Because they punt the ball, you're in the game a lot more, and then they get the.
Yeah, and there's more than just that call. There's plays throughout the course of the game. Had we done this? Had we done that? Had they not thrown a flag? If they would have thrown a flag? You can count up a number of plays on your hand right off the top of my head that probably would have made it a better sequence of events for us.
Jimmy, 10 games in, 1 to go in the regular season. What sense do you have of this team and what's possible for this team?
What's possible, I guess, is we have to win on Saturday to make the playoffs. We're talking about possibilities beyond the regular season. I think the thing today about the team, again, they're going to fight. They're going to battle for 60 minutes. We've seen that all year long through all the 10 games. So it's a team that we like in that regard. The thing we didn't like today was the penalties. The penalties, that's not a sign of what we want to be. We've been beyond that, and we've moved beyond that whole penalty phase of our maturity, and it's propped up again today on us. So not excited about that end of it. We've got to clean that back up. But other than that, we're still moving along. Like I said, there's a lot of good football out there, but we certainly made enough mistakes, and to not give us a chance to win the ball game in the end.
I mean, it seemed like you showed in spurts enough against a team that's arguably the best team at this level to think that you make the playoffs, there's a chance for a good long run.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that's the number one defense in the league. And from what I think, is that correct, Jay?
I believe so.
I think they're if not, they're close to the number one defense in the league, and we had 424 yards on 60 plays, which is an excellent average against a team like that. But it wasn't consistent enough on third down. And that was where the shortfall was tonight.
Coach, you had a number of plays in the first half that were, you might refer to as trick plays, like Statue of Liberty and the flea flicker. Were those some things that were in your playbook the whole season, or were they designed specifically for this Delaware team?
No, they've been in. They've been in the whole season. We just thought we had opportunities to use them today, and the Statue of Liberty didn't work very well. They did a nice job of defending that in that particular play. Well, the flea flicker did work well.
Yeah, when the field goal unit isn't working a couple of times, 3 times, does that force you to start changing your thinking on decision making? I mean, you must go into a game saying, well, if we're in this situation, we'll probably do this. You have to make yourself making mental adjustments based on what you're seeing.
Well, I mean, all year long we've been going for it on fourth down in a lot of situations that in the past maybe we had not, but we certainly have confidence in our guys to get those fourth downs. We did again today. We got a number of fourth downs, and really happy our guys were able to get that done. At the same time, yeah, you missed 3 field goals, and certainly the game plan obviously was going in. If we're in that situation, kick it. And the third one, even then I said, well, what do you think? I said to myself, you got to kick it. I mean, we've had confidence in the kid all year, and that was the worst of the 3, the actual attempt of the kick. So after that, we probably shut the door on that at that point. And said, we're done with field goals for the day. We're going to have to put it in for 7.
We saw 11 good warming up into it net. Before you scored the touchdown on fourth down, were you thinking you might have to make a mid-game switch at kicker?
No. Didn't come into my mind.
Anything else?